All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, happy Monday all. Happy Monday, guys. Let's have a look. Let me make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening. Audio is good, awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Happy Monday, yeah. Happy Monday, guys. First day back after a long weekend. 4th of July on Friday, NFP on Thursday. Gold having a beautiful sell-off here in Asia, which is kind of what I was looking at on Friday. But Friday was 4th of July day, so continued selling off NFP today here in Asia for a very decent short. Now let's have a quick look at the news before we do anything. Now we have, there's nothing today. You got some Australian dollar news tomorrow. We have FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, 7 o'clock London time. So late into my evening on Wednesday. Unemployment claims is always on Thursday, and then nothing on Friday. So we have a pretty quiet week fundamentally. Next week's busy. Got CPI next week, but this week's pretty quiet. There's not too long. Yeah, there's not too much happening in terms of news events this week, but we'll still I'm sure we'll still get some good moves. Let me fix the camera here. A bit too zoomed in. Let's go here. There we go, cool. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend. What's going on, Ash? Sounds good, awesome, thank you, man. Yeah, see you back. Yeah, I did. Yeah, beautiful trade, man, beautiful trade. I was just catching them on Discord just now. Yeah, great shorts on gold today. Really good shorts on gold. One thing to note is, as we get to summer months, Asia can get quieter. I mean, not today. Asia's been ridiculous today. What we sold off today, about 350 plus ticks, which is insane. But coming into summer months, Asia can get quieter, so be a little bit cautious of that. Yeah, nice spread. 385 in the XFA. Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful work. Was that on the 30-minute, man? 385 in Asia is amazing. Very, very, very nice. Came down, held some support here, grabbed the highs, and just ripped these NFP lows, which I was actually looking for shorts on Friday, but didn't end up trading it. So very nice sell-off here today in Asia. Good morning, Aaron. How are we doing today? Good morning, man. I'm doing good. Thank you, man. We're doing good. Good to be back on. See what we get for the week ahead on gold. Last week on gold, we grabbed these lows, ended up closing bullish. And this week's opening and instantly selling off here. You got an instant sell-off here on gold this week. No real top wick on this weekly time frame. But, with Thursday, which was actually NFP day, grabbing the highs and closing bearish to continue selling off back down to that 3,300 level makes the most sense. Didn't expect us to do it so quick here in Asia, but to continue selling off here on gold into these lows makes the most sense. With that 4 hour also closing very bearish, I want to be following this. So if we can maybe come up and grab some hourly lows, looking for some sells on a lower time frame above this high here, looks like a pretty logical place. I mean, it has already pushed down so much, which, is pretty tough, or having that much of a sell-off. But to be honest, looking at this higher time frame, I'm not going to be buying gold. I want to be looking to continue selling this back down into this huge support level. It's going to be unlikely that this is going to be enough of a retest of this zone. So to me, I think gold can see another sell-off here. We'll see what we get here for pre-London as well, guys. Thought we'll jump on first day of the week and see what we get. I know you guys on YouTube were asking where the pre-London streams were. I'm only going to jump on the pre-London streams when I think there's something of interest. The last thing I want to do is just sit here and watch gold do nothing. So moving forward, I'll try and post maybe a couple of hours before. It honestly all depends on the markets. If I think there's something good, we'll jump on. If there's nothing good, I won't watch pre-London. Seeing as it's Monday, I thought it'd still be good to jump on and just break down the markets for the week. So seeing if gold can get a little bit of a pullback here. and then to continue selling off. Now, this is a very big push down here in Asia. So, you know, we might be coming for a little bit of a pullback before rolling over. However, I'm not going to be the first one trying to buy this huge sell-off in Asia. That's not my trade. That's not our job. Yeah, nice little trend line coming down. Yep. Nice little trend line coming down here. Yeah, this, you know, market opened here in Asia. Huge bearish engulfing. Couldn't close back above this resistance here. And it just carried on having a huge sell-off. Like, this was a big, big, big resistance level. Fake out buys above that. However, you hold below. Huge sell-off. Huge, huge, huge sell-off. Yeah, literally, yeah, it looks identical. When I was on, yeah, 100% Ash, it pretty much is. Asia's been having all the fun. Asia's been having a lot of the fun again here. I took the first leg. Yeah, first leg's still good, man. You never knew what was going to happen in Asia, especially the first day after, you know, 4th of July. First day back after NFP. Even if you just got this little scalp down here today. Yeah, still would have been very nice. So, ideally, today, we continue selling gold. Just under 80 ticks. Yeah, wow, 80 ticks is huge, man. 80 ticks on a Monday morning in Asia is massive. Taking small long. Yeah, nice. Let's have a look at... ES ended up, you know, having a huge push last week as well. Same as the stocks. Same as NQ. I think July's going to be a pretty solid... bullish month as well. Yeah, number 1 fan. I know, look at that. Top fans. How do I see top fans? There you go. Ash number 1, 75 XP, whatever that means. 9 AM right up. Nice. Good trade, man. Good trade. Good trade. Let me just log into the Topstep accounts here, guys. 2 seconds. I may trade the funded accounts today. We'll see. I still do have these 100k accounts that I'm copying. Do I want to trade my XFA after gold's already had a huge sell-off today? We'll see. If it's a good continuation sell setup, then maybe. Uh, 3 days in a row, I'm making 60 to 120 ticks on golden profit on my paper trade. Same technique on my funded or combine. I'm losing money. Well, it can't be the same technique. It's impossible. Can't be the exact same technique. Otherwise, you'd be making money. It's either I don't know without knowing, you know, all the data behind the trade. But if you're, I mean, you could be holding your trade longer because it's demo money. That's why I don't see. I personally wouldn't paper trade. Paper trading is just paper trade for like a couple of weeks max. Because you're never going to learn anything in paper trading. You're going to hold trades for longer. You're going to enter with more confidence. You just have to treat funders the same way. But yeah, it'll be a psychological issue. Just got to execute this exact same way. It doesn't matter if you're trading funded or if I'm trading combine or if I'm trading personal or trading demo. The plan doesn't change. Either the plan's there or it's not. So you have to have trust in the plan to know that it works. But yeah, it's very likely a psychological issue, man. Very, very likely. You're probably scared to lose money on the funded account or combine. Paper trading doesn't teach you any psychology, because you can hold trades, you can take massive size. Like there's zero emotions. That's the hardest part in trading. It means I love you 9,000. I'll take that. It's gonna be a trophy on my wall. Nice. Gold getting a little squeeze up here to start the day. First time I got my funded, fixed my psychology issues about challenges. Same thing with first payout. Yeah, nice. Yes, yeah, maybe your account's a bit too big for what your brain can handle. 100%, that's a great point as well. If you can't handle the size, then you're trading too big a size, or the risk, then just reduce your size. You know, you don't have to trade one contract or really big size. Just do whatever is most comfortable for you, and you know you'll be able to scale your trading size as you progress in trading. Don't do what other people are doing. Do what works for your psychology. On a 100k combine, if I hit 6 profit target, can I make a payout? No, that's the combine. That's the challenge to prove you can make the money. Then once you've proved you can get funded, then you can get the payout. You don't take payouts from funded account. That's what you use to prove that you can actually get funded. Yeah, last few $100 are the most emotional. Yeah, the last part of the funded accounts can be the hardest, because you start convincing yourself that you've already passed. You're gonna start making loads of money. That's when it becomes the hardest. You had a nice little 15-minute fake out here on gold. Closed bearish, closed straight back bullish, held it, squeezed higher. So there's the possibility for a pullback on gold. But do I want to buy? Well, what's the trend been since Asia? Purely selling off. Only time demos are valid is to copy trade. Copy every trade take. Yeah, let it run to TP or sell. Yeah, definitely. So you can see what method works. Yeah, 100%. I honestly, I never really paper traded, honestly. I either jump straight into personal or funded. I very, very rarely paper traded. It just doesn't do anything for me. There's no emotions. You don't. I learned absolutely nothing from paper trading. Zero. Doesn't teach you what really matters in the markets. You might learn how to click buy and sell off a liquidity grab, but that's not the hard part in trading. And hey man, a very strong hourly closure. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hours just sold off for the past 8 hours. Probably more than that, to be honest. This 4 hours just closed with a 220 tick bearish candle. I don't even really want to be considering sales, to be honest. I want to be following this. So I'll wait for it to grab some highs and see if you can break out. If it does just rip back up, that's fine. I won't take it. I'm not trying to fight the markets. Good morning, Aaron. Everyone. Good morning, man. Good morning. Yeah, I'm not buying gold. You'd have to see a huge 4 hour fake out. 4 hours for the past 8 hours has just been straight ripping. At any point you hold any of these levels and continue selling off. So yeah, there's no bias for me in Asia. Sorry, London. So now you just have to wait for it to, maybe find some resistance or create some sort of fake outs. You may squeeze some highs, but the only way I'd be buying gold up into these highs, trying to scalp a little shitty pullback, is if I made money on the way down. If I didn't make money on the way down, like for me to try and buy from here to here, it's like what's the point? There's no point trying to scalp 30 ticks just for the sake of getting 30 ticks. Trying to fight this huge sell-off. Which is kind of what most London sessions have been for the past few weeks. So I've not really been trading it too much. Good morning, Aaron. Everyone, good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Aaron. Questions. If you do pass the trading combine, do they factor in your $200 winning days before passing the combine? The combine has nothing to do with the funded account, man. Combine's to prove you can get funded. Once you prove you get funded, you get a funded account. Nothing will copy from the combine to the funded account. It's a completely different account. Well, why have I gone so dull? Yeah, nothing. Doesn't matter what you make or how many green days you have. The combine's just to prove you can get funded. Teams are in no man's land. Yeah, 100% Ash, 100% man, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it, man. Targets. That's the key. Targets. If you don't have targets, you don't have a trade. If we get some fake out sales, I'll keep selling gold. I'm not buying gold. Days of the week we go live. I'm live for the London Open on the Topstep channel every day. Here on my channel, it's going to depend on the markets, to be honest. If I can see price gives a good reason to trade pre-London, then, you know, we'll stream pre-London. Otherwise I won't. So it's completely dependent on the markets. We'll probably do at least like 2 to 3 a week. But on the Topstep channel, we'll do London Open every day. Topstep's 7:30 London time. Morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. If you're trading 100k, how many lots or micros would you trade? I mean, it will have no relation to what you will trade, but I would trade still 1 to 2, sometimes maybe 3. All depends on the risk to reward, how big the stops, how big's my buffer. There's many of different things that go into it. It's not really, this is my one contract size and this is what I'm going to use for every trade. Depends on the markets, how big the ranges are. But it would be completely different for everyone else. I wouldn't try and copy what size someone else uses. Oh, look at this. If we get a nice wick rejection here, potential evening star to continue selling off. Remember that 4 hours bearish. I'm not buying gold. We want to be selling gold. So we got this 30-minute close coming in 8 minutes and potential 15-minute fake out sells, potentially back below here for some sells. Look at this. And then to continue pushing down into 3,300, still 80 ticks, which is very nice. Very, very nice. How do you deal with drawdown? Dealing with drawdown just depends on if it's something to do with the markets or it's something that I'm doing wrong. If it's something that maybe I'm doing wrong, then I'll just take a break. Take a step back for a couple of weeks. But if it's maybe just the markets aren't really, you know, moving, that's normal. You know, you're going to get drawdown periods throughout. You know, you're not going to make money in trading every single month. It's impossible. You're not going to make money trading every single month. You just kind of have to accept that. Yeah, that's the business we're in. You're going to have winning months. You're going to have losing months. But if you're on like a big losing streak, like you're taking loads of losses, then yeah, you just kind of have to see if it is something that you are doing wrong. Or if it's something that, you know, maybe the markets just aren't following maybe your setup right now. Yeah, I saw that on the weekend, Patrick. Yeah, you can do contract limits, yeah, which is amazing. Yeah, contract limits on Topstep X is very good. I saw that on the weekend, actually. That was pretty cool. So you can set yourself limits so you don't trade too much. So you can set the symbol and then select the amount of contracts as the max. You don't go full port. Limit myself to 15 minis. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good idea. It's a good ad. We got a potential 15-minute fake out sales coming in here soon, guys. 30-minute holding resistance. I'm gonna look to get short in the next 15 if we get nice top wick here. See how this 15 closes. Some shorts into that 4 hour continuing to push lower. Yeah, actual lot size limit. Yeah, lot size limit. It's pretty cool. Sign up for your retreat. Is that the waiting list, man? You sign up for the waiting list? Where is the waiting list? I can I'll send it in here so you guys can get notified. Where did I post it? I posted it somewhere. We got 5 minutes till this 15 is gonna close here, guys. Let's see how this 15 is gonna close. Let me just go. Where's the link to the waiting list? Oh, it's been taken out. That's good. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, there's the link to the waiting list. I've gone dark again. I don't know why my camera's messing up today. Get Topstep to fund one for November. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to squeeze another one this year. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna be closer to early 26, I reckon. With me going to Europe and stuff instead of St. Patrick. Oh no. Bought 5 GC instead of 5 MES. Damn. Did you get out? Did you manage to get out of it quick? Good morning, man. Good morning. 4 minutes here, guys. We're going to get this first 30-minute close here of the pre-London session. If we close with this nice wick rejection, top wick and potentially shorts on the next 30 here. You just wicked out previous hourly highs, so if you start breaking the support, we could have some nice sells here. We need to see it break this support aggressively. And this 4 hour to continue selling off. At least break even point into the 4 hour lows, and ideally much lower. Let's see. Yeah, dump, small W. Yeah, nice. Take the quick W. Good man. Good morning, man. Good morning. Three minutes. 3 minutes. See if we get some pre-London sells here on gold. Nightbot slacking today. You guys on YouTube, Nightbot did just post a free link to the Discord group as well. Let's see. So depending on how bearish we close will depend if I get short here. I don't want to get caught in a range. These are the previous 4 hour lows, which to me is an easy target. An easy management point. I want us to break these lows and have a decent sell off into 3,300. But I would probably look to manage my short. If I do get short here on gold, I'll be looking to manage here. But ideally, we continue selling this off for more. Let's see. Good. 10 minis, man. 10 minis. Full margin Mondays. It's not called full margin Mondays for nothing. Take daily payouts on Topstep live, or do you just keep your profits? I'm on the XFAs, but no, I don't take daily profits. I take monthly payouts. I've had payouts from Topstep pretty much every month. But I try and build a buffer on all of them. At least like 2,500. 2,500, 3,000 before I take anything out. If I do take something out, yeah, I leave at least 1,500. This is looking to be a good 15 close here. Top wick on the next 30 minute, guys, and we're going to look to get short. I probably may just short the top wick, and then see if we can continue selling off. This is TradingView. This is Topstep X. I'll be executing off Topstep X here. How's the 4 hour looking on Topstep? Very bearish. One minute here, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. Nah. Yeah, literally, I just think I was replying to you. Yeah, Zoom just TradingView because I have a few other tabs. When we move to the other one, I'll just share the Topstep and both. Keyboard sounds good. Yeah, keyboard's a bit too loud. Let's see if we get an instant top wick here on gold and see if we can get short. Instant top wick. See if this 4 hour can continue selling off. It's a pretty decent 30 minute came up, wicked out previous 30 minute highs. Also grabbed previous hourly highs. The only thing is we are at support. It's the only concern of this trade. So you'd have to be pretty aggressive with the management. You get an instant top wick? Oh, it may have been. I'm not sure yet, guys. I'm not sure yet. Let's see if we get a bit of a top wick and I can put in a sell stop. I'm not sure here. No sells for me. Wasn't quick enough. Yeah, that's why I don't look at the Topstep one. Yep. That's why I don't look at the Topstep screen. I'm not short here yet. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, you can short the break at the 30 low. Yep, definitely. I would have liked to have short that 15 flip. Ideally, I'd like to be in from there. I wasn't quick enough. It's a very, very quick top wick. The reason I look at both, but the reason I'm analyzing here, because look at this. See here how this hourly grabbed the previous hourly highs? It's very minor, but it's very important. See how we wicked the highs here? If you look at the futures chart, you actually didn't. The futures chart didn't come anywhere near the previous hourly high. But that hourly liquidity grab is very important for me. So if I just watch the futures, I can miss the trade. I'm on my combines. I want to be trading my 150 today. So yeah, them liquidity grabs are very, very important. Very important. Whereas yeah, some not always, but I have seen it a few times where futures won't grab the highs and currency will. If you just watch the futures, you could miss that if that's something you use, which is a very big part of our plan. I wouldn't short the hourly flip personally. If you short the hourly flip and it doesn't work, you're going to be selling right at support. I personally wouldn't short there. I want to be shorting like around here and managing as soon as you hit these levels. I've just seen them ones not work so many times, and you end up looking at the higher time frame and you go, fuck. If you try short there, you end up getting trapped in that short too early. Yeah, yep, 100% man, yep. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly the same for exiting a trade as well. Like if it hits my highs here on the currency, but the futures doesn't grab it, I'm closing my trade straight away. As soon as the currency hits it, I'm out. So you're trying to come back up here, guys. We're at support, at resistance. Let's see if Goldie's going to be good to us today. Head and shoulders on the 5 minute. Let's have a look, man. Yeah, it's a big support level here. It's my only concern. You haven't grabbed. I mean, you did grab these heights. You haven't grabbed that much of this big push down. Yeah, this is the currency chart. Yep, this is the currency chart. This is the spot chart. Futures is the future price. If you do just sell off from here, that's fine. That's not my trade. There's no. Yeah, Crude's asking to sell. You can hear that? That's crazy. Looking for signals. Yeah, I traded Forex format. Yep, I come from swing trading Forex. I don't trade Forex anymore, but yeah, I come from swing trading currencies. To be honest, I would love if we're gonna short this 4-hour flip, I'd love it to squeeze up higher. I mean, no sells for me just yet, guys. No shorts for me. And if I wasn't short, I'd be getting pretty worried out here because you're kind of messing around here. I'm going to be pushing down, then up, then down. Remember, guys, we'll be live on Topstep YouTube channel in about an hour here as well. Starting to squeeze back high here on gold. Yeah, I hate it as well. Yeah, because the 4-hour futures looks like you're trying to hold support to continue pushing up. Yeah, that's why I honestly always just look at the. I always look at the Awanda one. I don't know which is. I've always looked at the Awanda one, so now I kind of find it that's the most reliable. It's the one on most YouTube. Yeah, Forex is trash. Yeah, Forex is crap. But I mean, I never day traded Forex, but I don't. I think day trading currencies would be a headache. I don't. The sound of day trading currencies sounds mentally draining. Swing trading, I thought was pretty good. I've never really day traded it. Yeah, this is my only concern. This is huge hourly support after a big sell-off in Asia. It's my only concern. It's the reason I haven't jumped in any shorts here just yet, guys. If we had an instant top wick, I would have shorted, but as soon as you would have hit this level, I would have been managing, so I'd be out of break even. If you're holding support, holding resistance. To be honest, we'll see if we get a 50-minute fake out, but it wouldn't surprise me if we come target some more highs. Which if we do get another 15 fake out, then maybe I can consider some longs just for a bit of a pullback. If we show me signs that we're trying to grab liquidity, which you're kind of doing right now, there's a high chance you're probably going to fill in this previous 30-minute high now. You just came down, you just wicked the lows, you closed bullish. You have a trend line, it'd be a very small scalp, but I wouldn't take it on a funded. You kind of got a trend line coming down here. Maybe people are still short, maybe trying to look for something like this. What have we also got above there? I guess you kind of got a double top up here as well now. How big would that range be? 40 ticks, not bad. I think it's going to be an easy buy, but... not trading currency. Just... Forex is just... Currencies are crap. Too manipulated, shit spreads, shit brokers. Day trading, you got to deal with all the spreads, poor fills. Futures is way more regular, way better. I wouldn't even waste time trading FX. Platforms are worse as well. But yeah, currencies are... Swing trading currencies, you can do. Day trading currencies, it's just way too stressful. I think day trading gold is way better. Getting a decent squeeze here. So you may actually fill in this range here. Now that we have had a liquidity grab here, there may be an option to see for a potential pullback here on gold. You're going to get a pretty strong 15-minute... I'm surprised we didn't grab the lows, but you're going to get a pretty strong 15-minute fake out, which there's going to be some nice highs up here. So you may actually see some longs here. Again, it would be a pretty risky pullback, so I wouldn't trade it on a funded account, but I would take it on my combines. Because I'm not going to take a pullback trade against the Asia sell-off on a funded account, but I could consider it on a combine here. Because anyone who is maybe still getting short here on gold, probably going to sit some stops around like 33.25 on the futures. 33.25. Let's see. How's the hourly looking? Yeah, pretty strong. Hourly support, hourly resistance. Pre-grabbing previous 30-minute highs. Let's see. That's a strong rejection there on gold. Strong rejection. Yeah, super rangy up, 100%. Super range, man. Super rangy. No surprise after, again, this huge 370 tick sell-off in Asia. You're gonna range. So no buys or sells just yet. Hey, just got here. No, not yet. Not yet. We almost took some shorts. We couldn't really break out. I'll consider sells on gold. Break back below here. Close back below here and I'll short gold. Hold above it. Maybe above here and then I can long. So we kind of got gold trapped, which is good. So now we got two pretty easy options. We got buys back above here. And we got sells below here. Super simple. Now we just let gold come to us. If you break back above here, this would be my liquidity target. If you break back below here, you got 4-hour lows and 3,300. Let me get some. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Tuning into the Zoom on your birthday. Love it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie, on Saturday as well. Nice, man. Still hanging. Good man. Yeah, happy birthday. Why is there look at all the birthday cakes coming on Zoom? I want to join in. Can I join in? Watch it not work for me. There you go. Nice. Look at the cakes. Logic for the short is Asia had a huge sell-off, and so did NFP. 4 hours closing very bullish, so it would make the most sense to at least tap into previous 4-hour lows in 3,300. I think if anyone's going to be looking for a big buy on gold, it'd be right at that 3,300 level. So if we close below, I'll continue shorting. Otherwise, if you start closing above, Then you got longs into here before then going short. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it does. Yeah, looks like a big 4-hour top wick, 100%. Because this is a level where you've held it as support, resistance, support. So if you close back below, there's probably a good breakout, and you can start shorting. You just kind of close below, reclose back above. So, oh yeah, nice shot. What's that? What time frame are you on there? 15. Nice. Let me see. Yeah, nice trend line. More birthday cakes coming in. Big wick rejection. If this candle broke above, I'd be buying this right now. We haven't closed above, so squeezing. see what NQ's up to today. NQ had a crazy move on Thursday. Huge move on Thursday. I think July could be a pretty strong month for NQ and S&P. You could see some big buys on stocks again. All right, let's see. We've got 15-minute close coming in here, guys. 15 minutes going to close very bullish. After grabbing highs and closing bearish, you're closing right back bullish. So bottom wick on the next 15, and you could squeeze some highs here. See if you can get the candle looking like this to then go up into here. Depending on how strong we close will depend on if I take that. If we come too close to these highs, that may not be worth it. But if you can look for a bottom wick on the next 15 to scalp a quick buy into there, we'll see if it's worth it. Yeah, you tell them, Ash. Yeah, run up them likes, YouTube. And drop a like for the stream. Let me grab the Topstep link. This is the you guys on YouTube. That's the Topstep link as well. We'll be going live in about an hour. Yeah, if you pump the like button, then gold will also pump. Let's see, 1 minute here, guys. This is a decent closure. A little rejection is good. A little rejection bringing some sellers, more likely to continue squeezing. So potential bottom wick on the next 15 for longs. Don't close too. Don't close below here though. Still close above the previous high. Let's see, 1 minute. 1 minute. I was actually surprised you didn't actually grab these lows here. Usually you wick the lows and then push up. Yeah, there's a lot of shitload of noise in here. Actually, I agree. It's not a good trade. It's not a trade I would take on my funded. Nah, close like this, no buys. It's hard down here on gold. It's very hard down here on gold. Offer us some Goldie. Yeah, give us some goods. Give us some goods, Goldie. Nice, nice, nice. Yo, Aaron, what up, man? Tuning in after work for the London session. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Thank you for being here. Still big resistance. So you're wicking the highs one more time. Still haven't grabbed the lows. So we got support here. We got resistance here. So we're currently trapped within a 26 tick range, which is a very small range. That's a pretty steep rejection there. Yeah, dedication. Yeah, dedication, man. That's what we like to see. Dedication right there. Yeah, to me it looks like you could sell. It may short soon again. Oh, there's Nightbot. Nightbot's awake. Follow Topstep because you mentioned. Nice. Yeah, pretty much. If it's a range like this, you know, there's no high probability trades in this range. So if I trade my funded in this range and take a loss, I'm gonna kick myself because we're just ranging. So it's obviously higher risk trading in this range after H has pushed down this much. So if I really want to trade for whatever reason, can just either trade a combine or just don't trade. But because obviously I'm on with you guys, yeah, I'll trade a combine. If I was on my own, I wouldn't be watching this right now. But yeah, keep the high probability setups for the funded accounts. Yeah, that's crazy, Ash. Yeah, finish work on the farms and study. Nice. Where were you in where were you in Australia, Ash? Always pump your streams. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. So 15k mark, wick the highs, straight back high here, guys. There's no longs here. If it continues going up, that's gold's price action today. Yeah, right in the middle of range. Yep. Hourly, bearish, bullish. In Melbourne, farms in Perth, Butterfly. Nice. Yeah, cool place. Yeah, 100%. I only went there for the first time this year. Yeah, may as well. May as well coin for a bit. It's damn cold though, that's for sure. Look at this, 5-minute trying to print evening star here. Straight back higher. Yeah, long 1 short 5. Yeah, not a bad idea. I can't afford it, man. Can't afford it. Can't afford DAX. One day, man, one day. Yeah, that's heading, and I don't actually have any long target. I mean, maybe there. If you break out these highs here, could be nice. Maybe anyone who's short in gold is probably sitting some stops above there, so you may squeeze them highs. But it's pretty aggressive to buy it here, personally. Well, we got some nice highs to squeeze on the DAX. That was a nice buy at 6 AM, 6:15. Grab the lows, close bullish. Nice little ride there. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's clean. That was nice. If that's gold, that'd be beautiful. Clear targets. Liquidity grab at a breakout. Beautiful. 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 Yeah, futures 4 hour closing in 10 minutes. Yep, futures 4 hour looks good for longs, which is why it's kind of tough. $5-minute here on gold. Wicking out the highs. Gonna close back bullish again. Yeah, possible shorts, yep. Yeah, around these highs looks good. I think for shorts, if we, ideally on gold, if we want to short, if we come up into here and then break out, then we can continue shorting the 4 hour. I think that'd make the most sense. Pre-Lon did not really show too much here, guys, unfortunately. Want to start trading London, but got school, so we've been watching streams and things. So yeah, good man, good man. Well, even if you tune in, man, you still learn lots. One day you'll be able to add it in if you get the time, man. At least you're here showing up still. Yeah, where have you got it? Have you got it from here? No, wait, what, here? The thing is on gold, if this is the huge sell-off, like if we were drawing a fib, we should be doing it from here. We could easily pull back. 15, trying to break higher. Gold having a little squeeze here, guys. I think I'm probably going to come out, squeeze these highs here pre-London before potential London shorts. Which is not, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not, I wouldn't mind seeing that. How big is this range from here to here? Yeah, 20 ticks. 20 ticks. Even none of these even the 30-minute hourly, none of these have actually broken bullish yet. So no time frame is no higher time frames give me a reason to want to be buying here. I'm gonna try and buy a 5-minute breakout when a 50-minute wick highs and held resistance, and the 4 hours very bearish. We still got the London Open here as well, guys. We got the London Open. Hopefully we'll have the trading retreat video out soon as well, guys. Hopefully we'll have that finished soon. Yeah, 15-0 bottom wick. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, weekly creating a bottom wick. I know, man. I know. That's what I was thinking as well. Because last week you grabbed lows and closed very bullish. But look how messy this weekly is as well. So when I was doing my breakdown this morning, I was like, you know, longs, you know, maybe to squeeze some highs makes sense. So you kind of grab lows and closed bullish. You held 32.50, but then you also held 33.50. So the weekly on gold is super choppy. But then on the monthly time frame, gold looks like this. Monthly looks like you have a big rollover. It's kind of like every time frame is kind of telling you something different. Last month you came up, wicked the highs, held resistance. So shorting this month makes the most sense. But I agree. I look at this weekly and I go, well, you grab lows and close bullish. To me, yeah, this also looks like a bottom wick for it to potentially, what, wick up much higher. Then you look at the daily. You had a nice sell-off on NFP where you closed back below 33.50. Kind of closed a little bit bullish on a Friday, but it was 4th of July. And then you're back down at support. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, if you delete all of this for a second, it's kind of like we got big support here. And then, you know, big resistance up here as well. It's not the easiest of areas on gold. When the higher time frame is not that clear, you can still trade the lower time frame, but it can be trickier. I added a new video to the course in Discord on 5th of July about using the daily time frame for intraday trading. And the daily time frame bias is so important for intraday trading. Which I liked sells this week. I liked sells once NFP grabbed highs and closed bearish. But this candle was kind of weird on 4th of July as expected, and then just squeeze down. Ooh. No, but that's a good question, David. If you go back 5 years, what are 2 pieces of advice you'd give yourself when it comes to trading? Buy Bitcoin. Buy a shitload of Bitcoin and stop trying to trade gold. Now, two pieces of advice I would give myself is, fuck, this is hard because there's many that come to mind. Don't trade after an argument. The biggest thing is don't try and over refine. Like in the earlier days, I would always try and have the perfect entry with the perfect stop and the perfect risk to reward. In the earlier days, if I had just let my trades breathe, I would have gathered way more data way quicker and had a way better success. I wouldn't be so focused on trying to have the best risk to reward when you first start trading. Get consistent with calling market direction well, and then focus on risk to reward. That was the biggest thing for me. Like when I first started, I was obsessed with hitting like, 1 to 5 risk to rewards or 1 to 10 risk to rewards. And it just never really worked that well for me because it would hurt my psychology, and I would just always have the tightest stop loss and get squeezed out before the real move would happen. And I'd also have no expectations. I wouldn't have any expectations in trading for at least the first year. There's many of things, but the biggest thing for me is like don't try and be perfect. Don't try and have the perfect entry. Just learn to execute. Learn to execute well and manage your risk. You can refine stops on the 5-minute and refine entries, as you progress in trading, but focus on the high time frame. Even just go for 1 to 1, 1.5, 1 to 2 risk to rewards, and get consistent and comfortable with calling market direction well and refine over time. Over refinement is what holds people back for too much. That's why you go on Instagram these days and you see all these people with like a million different confluences on their charts. I mean, it's no wonder you're not doing well. Trading shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, don't trade around kids and family. Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, and give a strategy enough time to know if it actually works out before you try and strategy hop as well. Like I just jumped from strategy to strategy, way too much. I never actually gave it enough chance to actually know if it works or not. But that's a great question, man. It's a great question. And that's why I do these streams, so you guys can have someone to tune into, man. If I had someone to tune into every day, trading live, and breaking down the markets live every day, I'd be way further ahead than I would be now as well. But yeah, you like I say, you can refine in trading over time. You don't need to be super over refined. Second piece. What was the second piece? Second piece. Second piece is don't focus on the money. Like don't focus on trying to make money in trading. Focus on just taking good trades. Focus, like, it's kind of the same thing. Focus on calling market direction well. And don't, I used to always look, I used to always try and find snipe entries and reversal points. It's like, I'd always be focused on trying to make a certain dollar amount. But it's like, now just focus on taking good trades. And don't focus on the money. The money will come. But the more you focus on the money, the more pressure you put on yourself, the longer it's going to take you. And the more it's going to hold you back. It took me like 5 years to find the tax, yeah. It took me a long time to figure out that gold was my thing as well. Breaking it down, then watching your breakdown is so valuable. Yeah, 100% right, yep. Yeah, it gives you the confidence. Absolutely, man, absolutely. How long would you test a strategy before determining if it's for you or not? Like over 100 plus trades, I would say. That's the good thing about back testing, is you don't have to actually sit there, do it day by day. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, gold, you either love it or hate it. Some people hate gold. I love gold. Yeah, gold is one of them things you have to, either you like the way it moves or you fucking hate the way it moves. I love the way gold moves, especially on the higher time frame. But it took me a while to understand that and understand the way that gold actually moves. Nice triple top coming up here on gold. If you can get a bottom wick and grab some lows, there's potential buy. Yeah, you can love it and hate it at the same time. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very true. Very true. Trading from desperation is holding 99% traders back. Yep. Trading from there. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, never trade from desperation or need. Move from NQ to gold. I'm not going back. Nice. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, the 4 hour in the futures does look like it's going to flip. I know, which is pretty crazy. How's that 4 hour just closed in the futures? 4 hour in the futures just closed with a massive wick rejection. A massive wick rejection. I don't mind longs here. I reckon a lot of people are trying to short this. Yeah, gold needs a lot of patience, 100%. Gold needs a lot of patience. Yeah, gold needs the higher time frame as well. You need the higher time frame. Yeah, hourly double top there. Yeah, longs from here make sense. I'd need to see it pull back though. Remember, you guys on YouTube, we're going live on the Topstep channel about 30 minutes as well. Like this wick here, this wick rejection. This big wick of this rejection of this resistance to me is probably a trap to bring in some early sellers, setting some stops above. So if you can pull back, I'd like to buy up into that. Why can't I trade gold on TradeAway? You should be able to. Just make sure you're on the right contract, which is GCQ25. Yeah, I think gold's great for starting out because it teaches you patience. Whereas if you try and trade NQ when you first start trading, you're going to struggle. It moves way too fast. Gold is good because it gives you time to think about your trades. And you don't have to always sit there and, you know, watch every single 5-minute candle closure. I think gold is great for starting. Gives you plenty of time to think about your trades. As you try and trade like, you know, NASDAQ or something. Fucking hell. It's going to be way too volatile. What? For what? Yeah, they are. Where is that? Did I get that? No, that's not true. It came out. No, I'll call him in a second. Miss Aaron trades. Yeah, Audi. I mean, Audi's creating a top wick. I think as soon as you grab these highs, there's potential for a London reversal here. Zoom guys, give me 2 seconds. You guys on YouTube, I'm gonna get ready for the Topstep stream. So I'll see you guys live on the Topstep YouTube channel. Just post the link there as well. Where we'll continue to trade the London Open. So I'm not gonna take any new trades here. I'm gonna wait until we jump on that stream. So I'll see you guys over on the Topstep channel, and we'll continue to trade the London Open. So I'll see you guys then, and then we'll potentially jump on the pre-London session here tomorrow as well. But I think London Open could give us some good trades here. So I'll see you guys there. Peace.